Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, if there is anyone who is going to lose big time in politics, that is none other than Musalia Mudavadi. How could Musalia Mudavadi sacrifice his party just because of positions which he is not sure of? Musalia Mudavadi decided to sacrifice ANC, which ended up forming a merger with UDA. But after ANC was swallowed, the big question is, why didn't they sacrifice UDA? You know, that's something that Musalia Mudavadi ought to have looked at very carefully. Of course, I've seen people circulate information that Kithure Kindiki was left out in this arrangement. Well, that could be true, but that should be a warning to Musalia Mudavadi, because look at this. Kindiki was given a deputy party position, Someone handed over that position to him. Kindiki was also given a deputy president position. It was handed over to him. So that sounds like a favor that was done to him. Now, Musalia Mudavadi is forgetting that the main reason why he is there is because he was a party leader to a party, ANC. Now, the mere fact that Musalia Mudavadi is sacrificing his party, he should be asking himself, why is it that Wetangula is not doing the same? You know, these are some of the concerning things that I want us to go through, ladies and gentlemen, because of the event that took place in State House. Many people have shared that story, ladies and gentlemen, but I want us to look at this matter from the other side of the coin. But before you do that, kindly like this video. It's so important if you like this video. I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to forever thank you so much, because without you, this channel would have grown. First, before we get onto this analysis, I'd like to apologize. You've noticed our recent videos have been having echoes. It's because I traveled from where I normally reside, and I've been having challenges accessing mics, but just bear with me. It's only this week. The next week, I shall be back, and I think doing presentations. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Now, let's head over to this story of Musalia Mudavadi. William Ruto is a very crafty person. I don't know how many of you agree with me. Just go below in the comment section. Tell me whether you agree that William Ruto ni mtu mwingine mjanja sana. Musalia Mudavadi has never learned a lesson. You know, I remember 2002 when he made a very stupid mistake, and Raila kept reminding him he was making a mistake. And then in 2007 he bounced back and then became a deputy prime minister. Again, made another mistake, and he has been making mistakes. So in this analysis, this fact that Musalia Mudavadi is sacrificing ANC is going to make him appear as a beggar within UDA. Of course, one of the problems that Ruto faced was in last year, when there was talk that there were going to be two deputy party leader positions of UDA in UDA, and then people like the governor of Nyeri County rejected that move and said that there is going to be nothing like two deputy party leader positions. There can be one party leader, one deputy, then the rest can be anything. I remember that time that statement came from the governor of Nyeri. Now, Musalia Mudavadi has sacrificed ANC. So what next? That means Musalia Mudavadi, his politics will be at the mercy of William Ruto. Ruto sasa atamcontrol venye anataka, kwa sababu he doesn't have a bargaining power. Atakuwa na bargain na nini, ashakuwa swallowed.
Why parties are formed. Parties are formed to get power. Hakuna party imetengenezwa ati ya kununua mikate.
You know, one of the biggest mistake that Rigathi Gachagua did, and he kept on mentioning after he was impeached, is the fact that he went to UDA as a person, not as a party. What he would have done back then was to form a merger, not a coalition. Him having a party, Ruto having a party, just like what happened during Uhuru and Ruto's time. Both of them had parties. And then in 2017, Ruto secured his position as a deputy president and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta a president, but courtesy of the fact that they had already dissolved their parties. You remember, they dissolved their parties and formed another party. The big question, ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis right now is, why is Musalia Mudavadi making that kind of mistake? And he is someone who has been in politics for long and he doesn't learn. For him to go to an extent of dissolving his ANC party, a party that helped him, garner positions, does it mean that Musalia Mudavadi has surrendered politically? He has surrendered his political future to William Ruto. That is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Kithure Kindiki knows very well that he must have a party. He must have a party if he wants to, make some political advancement in Martha's career. He must have a party. This is one thing that Rigathi Gachagua learned, but he learned, though it was a bit too late, but he learned his mistakes and kept on talking about that mistake. So this is the same mistake that Musalia Mudavadi anajikuta. Why would he sacrifice ANC instead of building ANC? That is already giving us another perspective or another side of Musalia Mudavadi, that he doesn't have that political stamina to push this party. If you look at William Ruto, you look at Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi was a minister when Ruto was still Y2K. Those youths, Musalia Mudavadi was enjoying the benefits of being in Kano, being a foreign affairs minister, and being a finance minister and other positions. Back then, Ruto was still just a nobody. And then Ruto became a member of parliament Eldoret. And then the rest in evil. So, Musalia Mudavadi is surrendering his political future to William Ruto by sacrificing his party, means yeye kusimama urais itadepend na William Ruto. Because kama sasa Musalia Mudavadi akitaka kusimama urais, tuseme anataka kusimama urais, what will happen? He'll have to go look for a party. The same way to when Jimmy Wanjigi wanted to vie for presidency, he had to look for a party. That's why he was nominated the presidential flag bearer under Safina party, because he had to come through a party. Ama our independent, but being an independent candidate is very hard to to even get more votes in presidency. So hiyo ni kwa shida, That's why people like Kabogo, they have to go for Tukibebe party, for them to get that ticket of being a presidential candidate. So the fact that Musalia Mudavadi has done what he did, sacrificing the party, it means that yeye kusimama urais will depend on William Ruto. But let's look at William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua relationship, and then we look at Ruto and Mudavadi relationship. Back then we saw what happened between the two. It means kuamini mtu politically ni shida. How will Musalia Mudavadi trust in William Ruto now? Musalia Mudavadi, based on this arrangement, yeye ndiye amepoteza, but Ruto amegain. Ruto amechukua party na watu wale kidogo ambao watakuja. Of course kuna wale ambao watasema sisi hatuwezi, because already there was that talk that Musalia Mudavadi, if you decide to join UDA, join peke yako, we will not come with you. There was already that narrative that was being circulated back then in the days. Then there were people saying that if should that happen, they will have to decamp to Wetangula's faction. So now I know most of these people will decamp to DAPK, because DAPK is not supporting William Ruto. So these people who will not agree to move to UDA, most likely what they're going to do will be to join DAPK, because they need a party. So DAPK is going to be the Western Kenya party. Wetangula's party cannot be a Western Kenya party, but most likely DAPK is going to be a Western Kenya party, simply because of what Natembeya is doing, the struggles of Natembeya, and that new alliance with Rigathi Gachagua, a move that many people have welcomed in Western Kenya. So if I were Musalia Mudavadi's advisors, I would have told Musalia Mudavadi to stay put and still retain your party. Don't dissolve your party. Don't merge with UDA. Don't make a mistake that Ruto did in 2015 there, when all the other small parties amalgamated to form Jubilee Party. A move that in 2017-18 he ended up regretting. Then he had to form a new party, UDA. So I'm looking at Musalia Mudavadi and the kind of political stamina we know in him, because it's sio ile ambayo unaweza sema kama ya William Ruto. So I'm looking at a scenario where by now there's a fallout in UDA. When there's a fallout in UDA, what's going to happen is that Musalia Mudavadi will look for an alternative. It won't be ODM. Most likely it won't be ODM. It had to be another party that he will form. He'll have to build that party from the grassroots again. That will require a lot of finances again. So personally, based on what is happening, Musalia Mudavadi amejimaliza politically. Politically ameisha. Let's just wait for the burial, the political burial of Musalia Mudavadi's political career and the kind of political coffin that we're likely to see. In politics, they say we don't have permanent enemies, but we don't have permanent friends. Who would have thought that Rigathi and Ruto would wangekosana less than 3 years? Who would have thought that Ruto and Uhuru wangekosana? Who would have thought that? That is something that Musalia Mudavadi ought to have looked at carefully first. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. But just go below in the comment section and offer a reaction regarding this matter. Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.